Okay, we're rolling, and this is going to be a fast review of a custom camera case that cost me $650, recommended by the Leica store, by Leica sites, and for Leica cameras in general, custom camera cases. And since this one was made wrong, I'm going to do this video on it, and hopefully after I send it back, unfortunately with no insurance and with very low valuation on it because of European customs, because it was made wrong, then I don't know, hopefully I get it back, or I could lose all of my money. But anyway, the purpose of this case, the main purpose of this case has nothing to do with appearance, looks, or aesthetics or any of that. The main purpose of this case was the same as for other Leica compact cases, for the X1 camera, X1, X2, or XE. And the purpose would be that the case would exactly fit the camera going into a slot here, and that the lens would be covered by this part of the case, a clamshell case, and that covering would be just barely cover the lens, nothing else, no filters, no add-ons, no nothing. That's the same for the X1 case. That's the same for the case for the camera I'm using to film now, which is the Leica Deluxe, same as the Panasonic LX100. Nice little bulge there, but just enough for the lens. And then here's the Leica Deluxe 6 case, same as Panasonic ZS50, I believe. And I have a Nikon Coolpix A in that case. Several cameras that actually fit that case perfectly. But anyway, point of these cases, taking the X1 case for example, is it's carried vertically on a shoulder strap like so. Now, carried vertically, you don't want that lens cover to bulge out any more than absolutely necessary. And in the case of this particular camera, the Leica Q, which I ordered this case for, the bottom half, the slot, is absolutely perfect. Just fits that thing like a glove. Unfortunately, they made the top of the case more than 25 millimeters too big, and it bulges out, and it looks horrible. But even more than that, the functionality is bad in that it's carried like so, and it's just hideous. Besides not looking right, it's going to bump into things because of where I photograph. And this was covered extensively at the beginning of this process when it took 2 months to get them to agree to make this case. They didn't think that they could make a cover like this big enough. They were afraid they wouldn't be able to do that. When they finally agreed that they could make a cover that big, since they'd never made one before, instead of having problems making it that big, they made it too big, which to me has never made any sense. But anyway, there's the case. It's all handmade leather. Has a little snap on the front of it here. And what happens is this cover tunnel for the lens, which the lens bulges out so far, it's about an inch too big. They made a cap for the top and then stitched it on there. So it's a nice way that they did that, and the bottom half fits so perfectly. So at the end of this process, when they shipped it to me, they said, oh, we added more space for a filter or something like that. And I says, no, that is not going to work. And when I got it in the mail finally, I realized this thing is just not going to work at all. There's no way that I can use this. The one cardinal purpose of making this case and paying $650 was to get an exact fit. And currently I'm using this Case Logic case, which costs $13. And it fits this camera, this Leica Q camera, almost like a glove. It just goes right in there, and that's just a nice tight fit that doesn't bulge around at all. But I thought, instead of having this ugly case that carries not vertically, but it carries at kind of an angle because of where the attachments are, I decided I'd go ahead and order the custom case because that was recommended by the Leica people. And so the $600 and some Well, it wasn't exactly a bargain, but you know, you pay for labor and so on, and I got the wrong thing. And so I will repeat that the appearance, how it looks to people and so on, has nothing to do with why I paid $650 for this case. The specification for this case was to fit exact, and for that lens bulge to go only that far, just to cover that lens. And no need for a lens cap, because this case takes care of that. When I'm going to use a camera, I take it out. When I'm done, put it back. So there's no need for lens cap filters or anything like that. And anyway, the bottom half's perfect, top half. So I don't know what else to say. I'm going to send it back, but I have to send it back uninsured and with a valuation of about $15. Tell them it's a used case for repair, and hope maybe I get it back. But anyway, if you're going to order a custom case, you better be really, really sure what you want, unless you're just buying one of the stock custom cases, but then I don't think those are exactly custom anyway. They're just handmade stock cases. So there we go. That's my review of the attempt at getting a form-fit case for the Leica Q. Thank you.